And I have a list of the companies, the trusted investment managers that I think you also heard about at the last couple sessions. And I'll just emphasize that there are many, and I'll leave this with, leave this with Margot and send this around, or I can send you the.
Perfect.
Yeah. Almost every faith group has an investment company that you would be able to work with. The Islamic faith one, the name of it is Amana Saturna. I believe it's out of Pennsylvania, but I'm not sure. Appleseed, Boston Common is expert in this. Google Boston Common Asset Management, you'll get the experts. Calvert, very well known in this area. Christian Brothers Investments in Catholic group, now out of Chicago and New York City. Domini, the first, Amy Domini, who started her own company of socially owned, socially responsible investments. The Mennonite group called Everence, which Bill told me there's a branch office in Kansas, but they're located in Indiana. GreenAmerica.org, right here in St. Louis, J.A. Glenn. You had Sandy Shotwell here a few weeks back. Excellent company to get in touch with, J.A. Glenn in Clayton. The Pax World Fund, another old one. They started out in peace investments mainly. Now they're into environmental and other social. Stiefel in St. Louis, they're starting an arm of socially responsible. Morgan Stanley, Vanguard, Commerce, Fidelity, Goldman Sachs, and Merrill Lynch. And the reason that they're doing this now is the demand of investors. So you've got to speak up.
What was that last St. Louis company you mentioned?
J.A. Glenn, or
Stiefel.
Stiefel,
Stiefel.
S-T-I-F-E-L.
S-T-I-F-E-L.
Yes. Edward Jones in St. Louis has a arm now called Emergence for SRI investments. So, you know, this is the demand has to continue. The product has to catch up with the demand. This is what I learned at the last February ICCR meeting, that, you know, but the more you demand, the more they will want to sell it to you. And you start out, just say, go to your investment advisor and say, oh, you know, I want to get out of coal, or I want to invest in Monsanto, I want to be part of the dialogue. And they said, well, I just, you know, I don't think you should divest it. Well, I just can't do that. That's a lot of work. It is not a lot of work. It takes 2 seconds on the computer. And secondly, just say, well then, okay, I can bring my money to some other. I got a great list of companies that I can, and the returns are basically the same. That is the other important thing for you to know about SRI investing, is the returns are the same.
That was one thing that Neil came out with last week, that the investment options, people say, oh, you'll lose, you won't make so much money. He said that is a myth, and that is not accurate.
That's correct.
You can make
That's
just
what
as
I
much.
was told
Yeah.
by 2 people.
Yeah.
Oh, you know you'll make less.
Your investment company told you that?
Yeah.
And
Well,
they're not doing their job.
Yeah.
I was
No.
told that as well.
No, they make, I have done very well in solar.
Yeah.
Just recently. You know, you can do very well in socially responsible investing.
Yeah. There's a nice little company called Iroquois Valley Farms, which is investing 2 young gentlemen from Notre Dame University or somewhere that said we want to invest in agroecology. So they are helping young farmers get into the organic business. That's their sole purpose for being.
That's
You
great.
can Google them, Iroquois Valley Farm, I think it's called. So, yeah, there's a lot going on in this. There's a lot of small groups like that, but the big investment companies are beginning to realize they're going to be losing out unless they get busy on this issue. So we have a young man in St. Louis who is working for Morgan Stanley. He was sent specifically to St. Louis to work on SRI investment to build the business, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention one other final point with that. But anyway, yeah, just say, well, if you don't want to do it, then I know of some other places where I can go and see what happens.
Well, thank you, Barbara.
Thank
This was
you.
great. This was
Yes.
wonderful. We really
Thanks for your
appreciate you being
questions.
here.
Yes. And thank you, Cat TV.
Yeah. I can't see
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh, it's
Oh, my gosh. Where did the time go?
I know, great audience. Nobody
Sister,
said stop.
sister, can I get you to give your contact information before I shut this off?
Oh, yeah, okay, midwest.coalition@yahoo.com.
Thank you very much.